Now we're going to talk about another awesome time-saving statement you can use in Swift. It's called the switch statement, and it allows you to quickly determine what an item is. For example, let's say you needed to build a horoscope app. Maybe the user tells you their month, and then you tell them back a message. You may be thinking, hey, I could just use the if statement. Print another thing. Else if user month equals April. I'm already tired of typing. That's a lot of stuff. So instead of using the if statement, a switch statement looks something like this. Switch, user month. Then we can determine what the results are. So if it's January, okay, as you can see, it's a lot more readable to do something like this if you have more than a couple different outputs. So if you have multiple possible results, you'll want to use a switch statement instead of an if statement. It's a lot more readable, and it's easier for you, the programmer, to do something like this. If you're coming from a different language, you may notice that there's no break statement here. Typically, when you see a switch or select statement, you have something done, and then the break tells the compiler that it's done with this particular case. Also, something you may notice is this default statement. What is that? You could think of that as an else statement. If none of these conditions are true, then it will run this. So if it's not any of these months, let's say it's August, you'll see that it actually prints live long and prosper. But if I change this to February, we get the exact message. If I change this to December, I get the same message as August. I could change this to nachos, and it's not going to be any of these, so it's going to print the default. You and I can see that this is a pattern, January, February, March, April, May. But computers don't know that, so you have to always check for a default case. This is called making the switch statement exhaustive. That means you've exhausted every possible outcome. This is important because now you always know what the computer's going to do. Without the list being exhaustive, anything could happen. You've just saved yourself a lot of time and effort with one little line.